to the women's division final here. We have University of Manitoba in the gold yellow, and we have McMaster in the maroon here. If you are just joining us, we had an extremely exciting finish in the semifinals here. McMaster winning on Universe Point over McGill, and University of Manitoba on the other side of semifinals, tying the game and forcing a Universe win over Queens to get their spot in the finals here. University of Manitoba is starting on defense. We have Linda Kudo here as an observer, joined by Patrick on the U of M end zone there. And we have Sandra and Alan here. Carol Jean Wong with a huge pull to start the game. Off to the sideline here. Gao up with the frisbee. Centering it to Hadwin. Hadwin to Ma. Ma looking for that frisbee into the field. Gao breaking the mark to Ma on the sideline. Back to Gao, to Hadwin. Travel was called by Bannister there. Travel called again by Bannister. I think Bannister is signaling a little hop on the throw. An ultimate frisbee. 1 foot must be on the ground as the frisbee releases from your hands. Today we have two of us doing the commentating. I'm Carmen Lee Chachanov here, joined by
Braden Robinson.
Bringing you some action from Brampton. Gao back to Hadwin, trying to go through that cup. Gobert and Mann quickly denying that space. Hadwin calling the foul there. No contest. Hadwin with the disc. Cup here by Bannister, Gobert, and Mann. Close quarters there, trying to reset the frisbee. Calls early on. This is the second meeting of this team in this tournament. U of M and McMaster met in round robin yesterday. McMaster's zone gave U of M quite a bit of troubles yesterday. We'll see how this final fares. Bit of a rivalry building between these two teams. Last year, McMaster had an early upset to knock U of M out in the quarters. And this year they are meeting in the finals. Hadwin working up the field, trying to punch her through that cup there. U of M here doing a great job, making sure that the cup is impermeable. Working as a unit. Hadwin looking for that over-the-top OI flick. Gao crashing the cup with that pass. Getting low with those fakes, trying to move the cup. Hadwin with the disc. Still a 4-person cup here by U of M, containing the offense of McMaster. Hadwin with the reset in there. Still with the disc, moving the marks around. Big OI flick there given out. Ma unable to come out with the reception. Carol Jean Wong not wasting any time here with the backhand huck. Brought down here with Emily Cho. Cho looking upfield for options. Back to Gobert. Gobert middle handler here right now. Setting her pivots. Hitting Tien Lee in the middle. Tien up to Carol Jean Wong. Looking for upfield options. Backhand release to Jillian Bannister. Into Rachel Mann's hands for the score. U of M opening up the game on a break. Up 1-0. Great zone pressure here by U of M. McMaster was able to work up the field patiently with the handler motions here. That zone did allow for an exit with the over-the-top throws, but with this wind, it was difficult to execute. Ma was very close to catching that.
We begin this live stream by acknowledging that we are on land that has been inhabited by Indigenous people for thousands of years. We acknowledge that the Canadian Ultimate University Championships are being played on traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Huron, Wendat, Haudenosaunee, Ojibwe, Chippewa peoples. The land that is home to the Métis and most recently the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, who are direct descendants of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We also acknowledge that Brampton resides within Treaty 19. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have this opportunity to play on this land.
Carol G. Wong ready for another big pull. McMaster, similar lineup here. Changing up here with Palmer, Shijani, and Lee as the handler set here. Shijani looking for her options through this three-person cup. Palmer with the disc. Shijani moving upfield. McMaster handlers content with moving upfield with those handler passes.
Wow.
And that backhand huck up to Cohenberg for the score. Great completion there. Nice smooth offense there by McMaster. Score here now 1-1. Final games are played to the score of 15. At the halftime mark, 40 minutes. We have the coach here, Samantha Burridge, preparing the O-line for this next point here. On the line of 7 on offense, we have Hilland, Wright, Neeson, McFadden, Cho, Dick, and Megan Porco. McMaster being ready to be pulling here. Hadwin being set with her line mates. We have Gao, Ma rushing down the field here. Along with Amari showing her fresh legs. First on the mark there, Amari. Hillen with the disc. Up to Neeson. To Wright. Wright just coming off with that big universe score for U of M to push them into the finals here. Millie Wright, one of the young guns growing up in Winnipeg, was a recent U20 player coming back from Poland. Great D there by McMaster. Gao with the disc. Amari with the cut from the backfield. Reset pass to Hadwin. Dick with the run through D attempt here. Nice catch there by McMaster. Great layout D there by Cho. Unfortunately, there was contact on Gao. Gao slow to get up, but was able to get up. Players in discussion on whether or not if the foul is contested. Can see Alan and Linda, observers in the green shirts, there standing to have a discussion on what their view and opinion of that play was. And looks like the players will be going to them. Observers signaling with 2 hands curled up that they have come up with a decision. And if we had really awesome hearing abilities, we can hear what they're saying. Waiting for some hand signals here. Looks like there is a foul, no foul. So in fact, turnover from McMaster, U of M on offense. Right, and McFadden playing catch. McFadden back to Hilland. Hilland to right. Trying to work her way around this 4-person zone here. Millie to McFadden. Back to right. High release backhand there. Cho able to alleviate some pressure. Up to McFadden on the sideline. Right. Forehand release here to Neeson. Neeson. Wind pushed that frisbee. Unable to come down with that was Dick. Hadwin with the disc here, looking for the end zone set. Back at the stack, Amari coming under. Gao up the line. Reset cut. U of M here, forcing backhand to Hadwin. Up in the air there. Gao able to climb the ladder and have that incredible catch there in the end zone. Great effort there by Cho. Tight matchup here so far here, Braden. It's kind of what we want to see in a finals game. No one wants to see a runaway game.
No, we're here for a great matchup. Last time we saw these two, they were actually on stream. Not as close as it is right now. Both teams firing, spirits are high. I believe that was a break from McMaster. Manitoba will answer here.
McMaster has been streamed a few times this weekend here. We've had the privilege. This is their 3rd game. You can tell just the amount of times we said Gao, Hadwin, Palmer. A lot of their skill sets, a lot of the offense runs through their handlers. Clearly have a lot of skilled players that is very capable of controlling the offense here. Palmer, who is the one who caught the universe point for McMaster in their semifinals. Pulling for McMaster here. Frisbee's in the middle here, right with the disc. We're seeing this familiar McMaster 4-person zone here. Almost want to call it a little bowl. It's not really a cup, it's a quite the, you can see the end of the mark here. Really makes it really hard for that swing pass. You can see Lee in the blue long sleeve here for McMaster. Quite aggressive with the marks. Trying to encourage only a backfield pass where you can't even have a lateral swing pass there. U of M working it very nicely around this zone. Zoe Dick to right. To Cho inside the cup here. McFadden with the disc. Marked by Lee right now, Lee in the blue long sleeve. Call in the field. Travel was called. Lee marking Millie with the disc. Out to Hillen outside the cup. Back to McFadden. So Lee here putting the mark on for McMaster. You can see number 10 on McMaster. Her job is to make any lateral passes very difficult. And number 10's job here right now is to make sure that any swing passes is not for even an even yard gain. It only pushes the back passes.
Ooh.
There is a defensive play there. However, McFadden is calling potentially a foul or a strip. I believe that is Cohenberg making that play, reaching in. Observer saying that the disc will remain in McFadden's hand. Hillen with the disc here. Backfield option to Millie. Dick able to come down with that disc to maintain possession here. Moving upfield for Hilland. McMaster defense here very effectively slowing down the offense of U of M. McFadden to right. Great through pass here by Wright. Out to Dick. Dick to right to Hilland. Millie trying to provide an option here. Out to Dick. Up to Millie. To Cho. Cho to Neeson. Hillen back to Wright. Right to Cho! Just the bobble here. Was expecting a pancake pass to the chest. However, it just had to be reached with one. Cohenberg with the disc here, moving upfield. McFadden on the mark, forehand. Oh, layout bid here by Palmer. Unable to bring that in. Hillen with the disc. Right, trying to get that frisbee going to not let the cup set up. Right with the disc, high release backhand to Neeson. Neeson forehand pass. Completed to Laura Neufeld upfield. Neufeld looking back to right. Right, out to McFadden. McFadden trying to move the cup. Great fakes to move the cup to create that hole. Cho, perfect positioning for that reception there. Up to right to McFadden. McFadden, big pump fake there. Release to Dick. Great patience on reading that disc here. McMaster holding that zone. McFadden to right. Some give and go action here by Wright. Back to Hillen, back to Wright. Cho providing some relief there for the handlers. U of M showing great patience on their offense here. Using their fakes, trying to move the cup, create some holes. Crashing in, trying to shrink that cup, hopefully to get it out of that relief there. Oh, ping pong action here off the McMaster, off the hands. Hillen with the catch. Moving up field here. Dick to McFadden. McMaster still in a zone look here. Hillen over to Cho. Back to right, over to Hilland. Completion rates here, very high for U of M. And unfortunately, the pressure caused that look into the end zone here. So far, both sides of the fields must be feeling a bit of fatigue here right now. That's a lot of running, a lot of cutting. As a result, smart timeout called here by Angela Yu on McMaster. Waters, please, both ends.
And with this break, we'd like to shout out to some of our sponsors. VC here with the VC tent. Thank you to our apparel sponsor, outfitting Ultimate Players since 1998. Be sure to check out the tent for all your swag needs. Or even if you need some gloves, it's cold out here. They've got it. You, thank you to Discraft. Discraft launched in 1978, the official disc of Ultimate. And last but not least, thank you to Brampton, the city of Brampton, hosting this tournament. As Canada's 9th largest city, they've got the know-how and the facilities to make your sporting event a success. It's a great day for Ultimate here in Brampton. Not as bad as yesterday weather-wise.
There's no rain. There's still a bit of a crosswind, but yesterday was gusting up to 50 kilometers. Today I think it's a little bit more calm in the 30s. Still takes the skill to complete a frisbee pass, but a lot more manageable today here. Offense is set. Defense has a bit of time to set up their look here. Looks like U of M have opted for a match defense against this vertical look by McMaster. Neeson ready to take that undercut from the back of the stack. Turnover here by McMaster. Quickly putting on a zone on transition here. McMaster understands that their zone has been very effective in slowing down the offense of Manitoba. Hillen over to Cho on the sideline, over to right. Upfield quickly to Neeson. Neeson, great bobble catch there by right. Great focus on there. Cho making a sliding catch. U of M putting their bodies on the line here to maintain possession. McFadden back to right. Back to right. Playing catch. Looking for some support. Finding the hole there. Neeson. Back to McFadden. Over to right. Backhand over to Dick. Dick looking for Neeson, but unable to get that throw off. Inside to Cho. Got some space there. Over to Hillen. Up the line. Reverse back to right. Got an open player there. Oh! Great D there by Cohenberg. It was... I thought Neeson was going to score there, but great diving layout effort there by Cohenberg on that defense. Turnover again here. U of M on offense once again. And that zone is the choice of defensive strategy here by McMaster. Dick up to Neeson. 3 yards away from the end zone. Can they punch this in here? Right with the disc. Over to McFadden. Literally on the line here. Right. Back to McFadden. No, to Dick. It is a catch. Arms are in the air. It is a score. Hard-earned point here by U of M.
I think one thing that's truly amazing about this tournament is that it brings teams from all across Canada to compete. McMaster hailing from Hamilton, Manitoba from Manitoba. These teams haven't seen each other until this tournament, and now they're continuing to match up. It's nice to play other teams. I know there's been a couple tournaments in Ontario where McMaster's played only Ontario teams, but what a great matchup today. Two teams, two different provinces, tie game.
Tie game, that is what we like to see in a finals. D-line here, Carol Jean Wong, ready for the pole. Line mates here with her, we have Jillian Bannister, Freeling, Emily Cho, Rachel Mann, Tien Lee, and Anna Fradkov. Pole landed in. Just on the sideline here. Big forehand huck there by Hadwin. Brought down by Emily Cho. Carol with the disc over to Freeling. Looks like a person defense here. Carol able to bring that down. Low forehand release to Cho. Cho tempting that forehand hook to Tien Lee there. Anna with the undercut to provide the short game option. On the sideline here, looking for a reset. Able to get that frisbee out from the sideline. Great swing pass by Freeling. Bannister unable to bring that down. Gao with the disc here. Fradkov, man, joining in to put on his own. Disc is in. Inside forehand release there by Gao to Ma to Hadwin. Hadwin facing this three-person cup here. Melt has been called, transition to match defense here. Gao with the disc. Mark there by Man. Up the line, cut here by Hadwin. Score for McMaster. 3-2. We're seeing some defensive looks here, some zone looks, some match looks. What do you think has been effective for each team here?
Both teams have been looking for the deep option and completing it sometimes. If that's not working, they find an under option and they're just taking those small gainers to move it down the field, finding the right opportunity, not forcing it into the end zone.
If you've been hearing Cho being called a lot on the U of M team, it is because there's actually two of them. We have Caitlin Cho right now on offense for U of M. Little sister Emily Cho, also known as Echo, is on the D line here. U of M offense ready to receive the pole. Right, over to McFadden. McFadden swing pass to Dick on the sideline here. Back to right. Over to Hilland. Nice crisp passes over to Cho. Cho back to Hilland. Over to right. Right. Releasing that backhand. Almost want to change grip in the middle. Turnover here. Palmer walking up to the disc. Forehand shot here. Back to Shijani. Shijani looking upfield. Cut from the middle of the stack. Back of the stack cut here now. Oh, layup bid here by Dick. Caught by number 58, Celine Grise. Cho with the D here. My apology, it's Grise. Number 58 on McMaster. Hilland here with the disc. Nice through pass there to McFadden. Upfield to Neeson. Over to right. Over the top backhand pass to Cho. In the sideline. Keeping her toes in is Neufeld. Neufeld back to right. Looking for a swing option here. McFadden saying, I'm here for you, right. Over to Hilland. Over to Dick. University of Manitoba working the frisbee very nice from sideline to sideline here, but a bit of pressure there. Oh, the disc is hanging in the air. Cowenberg there, able to come down with the disc. Back to Palmer. Palmer with the mark here. Cowenberg able to cash in. That huck looked like it was a little huck and pin there play, but the wind seemed to be in their advantage and keeping that frisbee in the air. Good hustle there by Cowenberg, running down that disc and not giving up. Score is now 4-2. That was a break by McMaster. Timeout is called here by U of M.
McMaster able to throw the next blow. That huck just sat in the air. They're able to capitalize on the wind. They must have found the right angle, the right throw, and the right receiver. Able to move it quickly down the field and score the break. Timeout from Manitoba, trying to slow down the pace. Not out of this game, just a couple points. They want to recollect their thoughts, think about strategies, discuss what's been working, what hasn't been working. Come out of this timeout and make sure they score the next point.
In the previous matchup here, McMaster against University of Manitoba in the game yesterday, McMaster's zone was slowing down the offense of University of Manitoba very effectively. U of M seems to have a bit more movement in offense today. They're able to swing the pass quite successfully laterally. Wright has been very effective with her over-the-top backhand passes. McFadden has found some holes with her forehand. Hillen has also used her fakes to get some options to throw through the cup. But you can see that McMaster's secondary defense in their mids have been able to anticipate the movement of that disc and help out the cup. We'll see if that 4-person cup comes down here by McMaster again. Another big pull here by Hadwin. Wright retrieving the disc. Over to McFadden. Great through pass here to Neeson. Over to Hilland. Over the Dick. Dick looking for an up the line sideline pass. Not there. Back to Hilland. McMaster has changed up their defensive look here a little bit. They now have a person defense on Wright. 16 is just following Wright. So before you had the 4-person cup that left out a dump to be open, but now they have that 3-person cup with a person-to-person defense just sticking onto glue like right there. Dick, Frisbee, back to McFadden. McMaster able to get the turnover there. Hadwin with the disc. Looking for some forehand options. Up to Gao. Gao throwing up there. Receiver there was Zoe Wynn from McMaster that passed it over to Gao. Millie with the disc. Gao is on her. Gao will remain to be on her. Great pass upfield at McFadden to relieve some pressure. Fradkov back to McFadden. With that person pressure on one of the main handlers on University of Manitoba, do you have any ideas or suggestions that you think U of M should be changing up their play on, Braden, there?
I was actually thinking about that. One thing that could work is, although they want the disc in her hands, perhaps getting them out of the handler space, going deep, ultimately, I guess you could call it a taxi, rendering it useless. If they're in the deep space, there's not as much players there, perhaps other people can get open and move the disc.
Yes. As a zone on there, hard to cut to get open. Ooh, great throw there by Hadwin. There is a call. Seeing some arm signals here for a pick call.
And no, they're not flexing. Arms up like that is the pick call. Unlike basketball, you're not able to set a screen on a defensive player to provide an open option to offense. If you're within 10 yards, you must have a clear path to the disc.
Observers ruling here. Pick. So observers ruling is confirming that there was a pick involved in the play. Disc will be back in Hadwin's hands. Neeson is putting the mark on. We have a player in McMaster end zone tying up her shoelace. Let's see the end zone here. Backhand throw here. Containing the mark here. McFadden able to come down with the D. No call there. McFadden finding some receivers on the open space. Neither of them able to come down with that. Great look there. Up the line cut there by Gao. Gao with a disc looking for Hadwin. Trying to contain the mark here. Backhand breaks here. Working up on the side. Great throw there by Hadwin to number 50 on McMaster. That is Zoe Wind with the score. Score is now 5-2 for McMaster. They've come back with a few breaks in a row here. Changing their defensive look. Causing U of M to think on the fly here on offense. I think I agree with you here, Braden. If they continue to play person on the handler, should probably create space in that handler and go for a run. And leave it for the handlers to work it up the field here. Different lineup here. Great call by Samantha Burge here, change things up a little bit. We have a D-line look, getting a chance to play some offense here. We have Nikki Gobert on the line, Jillian Bannister, Tien Lee, Rachel Mann, Emily Cho, Baby Cho, Echo, whatever you want to call her by, Kat Freeling, and Carol Jean Wong. Palmer with the huck, with the pull here. Lee with the mark on. Lee in the cup with you and Palmer and Shijani. Shijani challenging those lateral passes. Only encouraging backfield swings. Pushing U of M to lose yards on the passes there. Carol with the disc, directing traffic. Seeing those holes, wanting the poppers to be finding those holes as well so then she can hit them. Over the top pass there to Nikki Gobert. Gobert to Wong. Hop there trying to gain every inch of yardage. That's word. Turnover there. Did Lee get a hand on that hand block?
It looked like there was a hand in there.
All right. Shijani with a disc, no mark on her at this point. There is a free player. Lambert with the disc. Over to you. You looking for reset.
Oh.
Great layout catch there by Lambert. Lambert, OI forehand. Will it stay inbounds? No, out the back. Great bidding effort there by Lambert. That's a lot of impact after playing 8 games or 7 games, but it's the finals. You just gotta lay it on the line here. Wong with the disc. Nice hole there to Bannister. Up to Emily Cho. Cho back to Wong. High release backhand to Gobert. Gobert with the fakes. Trying to create some space. Crash covered by Lambert. Wong over to Tien Lee. Tien looking for Wong. Backhand blocked, knocked down there by Yu. Yu with the disc. Mano Lambert. Cut from the vertical stack there by Lee. Backhand release there. Emily Cho trying to create a deep option here. Throw does go up. Good read there by Cohenberg. Perfect position to get that D. McMaster moving the field up here in transition. Yu with a disc, looking for that backhand throw. Just out of reach for Lambert there. Nikki trying to hurry the disc here. Get the disc moving without the cup setting up. Over to Carroll. Ooh, crafty little throw there to Tien. Gobert over to Freeling. Freeling, forehand pass here. Questionably dug up here by Wong. Great spirit. Frisbee was down on the ground upon contact first. Lambert with a disc, no mark right now. Wong putting on a mark. Forehand mark here. Great recognition there by Gobert with a run through D. Let's see if U of M can get the Frisbee moving here. A lot of action in this half of the field. Carroll overtook Cho. The wind, that crosswind, just gusted up at the wrong time there, pushing that Frisbee out of bounds. Lambert with the disc, Shajani. Picked up here by Wong, anticipating that up the line cut. Over to Yu. Yu looking for a forehand here. Tien trying to put up that mark. Great D again by Nikki Gobert. That's a few now. Wong trying to get that huck off, and she does. Let's see who's in position here. And that is Cowenberg. Reaching in the skies to come down with that disc. Yu with the Frisbee. Trying to work this flow offense. Palmer with the disc. Up to Yu. Man with the mark here. Up the line cut there. Knocked down by Wong. Wong with the disc in the corner here. Met by the four-person cup once again. Over to Jillian Bannister. Nice pass through there to Cho. Cho over to Gobert. Gobert up to Freeling. Back to Gobert. Over to Lee. Trying to keep the disc moving here quickly. Gobert on the sideline here. To Freeling. Over. Bannister there to collect the Frisbee. To Carroll. Jean Wong. Backhand release to Gobert. Over to Freeling. Great fake there and forehand release by Freeling over there. Carroll. OI flick to Bannister. Opting to go for that open receiver. Cho. However, that wind just took that out of bounds.
Looks like we have a crosswind today. Similar to yesterday, less intense, but still it affects the throws, any edge. It's taking it out of bounds. Timeout from McMaster.
And we will also take a quick timeout. We will tune back in when the disc is in play. We have a person defense here by U of M. Vertical stack look. Maybe an iso plate of 42 Cowenberg there to start. Undercut here by Lee. Throw there caught by Kat Freeling on defense. Looking for that forehand pass to Lee. Great layout bid there by Lee, but just popped out of their hands. Palmer not wasting any time, putting up that backhand huck. Grabbed down there by Grise. Grise looking upfield. Back to Palmer. Palmer, great hustle play there to get that next pass after that long throw. Centering it to you over the top. Freeling with the disc there. Great call there by McMillan. That the disc was in fact down. Wong trying to direct some traffic. Way to find that hole there. Bannister to Lee, tempted by that deep look to Emily Cho. Choosing to keep it in her hands for a backfield pass to Wong. Wong, no look pass to Gobert. Over to Freeling. Big backhand pump fake. Forehand release there. Unfortunately into space. Palmer, you know she's not shy. We've seen that a few times. Backhand huck here, sky battle. Great box out there by Jean Wong to play defense there. Carol Jean Wong with the disc, calling a timeout, needing a break. Bit of a marathon point here. Math is not my forte, but I feel like it's been 10-15 minutes here. That would be my guess, given that there are 2 timeouts in here though.
Both teams needing a break from running and jumping and laying out, putting their bodies on the line. Love to see it in this exciting matchup.
Both teams did come straight through this finals from a Universe win that pretty much went to time cap here, if not over because of the Universe point here. I think the players here would benefit from some bananas, some Energizer drink. It's hard playing back-to-back games here. Do you usually prefer playing back-to-back games, semis to finals, or do you like that break? I personally hate the re-warm-ups.
Oh yeah, the worst thing in a tournament is having a bye. Playing a couple of games, getting intense, and then cooling down. Letting the muscles kind of, especially in this cold, muscles are going to get tight, body's not going to be happy to warm up again. So coming from an exciting game to another exciting game, perhaps the adrenaline is still pumping, muscles still warm.
Wong here with the disc. Able to hit Freeling, crashing into the cup. Gobert on the sideline. Back to Wong. Bannister in the middle of the field here. Pass just through the hands of Wong here. McMaster in the red zone. 8 yards away from the front of the end zone here. You with the disc. Inside forehand throw. It is in the hands of Palmer. There seems to be discussion on whether or not that was completed pass or not. Observers stepping in. Looks like Allen there has a view and was ready to make the call. Confirming that catch here. Score here is now 6-2.
In the previous game streamed, we saw one team get ahead by quite a bit, but the other team came right back into it I think there is an opportunity for Manitoba to get back into this game. They take it 1 point at a time, and this is the point.
There's 30 minutes left in the game here. Tough question here for you, Braden. If you're the U of M coach right now, do you have any words of wisdom to help them on offense here?
Nerves can definitely be racked right now. Game's getting slightly out of hand, but you want to remind your team that only one thing matters, and that's the point right now. Obviously time is running out, but if you can secure this point, that's a great start. So calming them down, relaxing, and letting them know that there still is a chance. Perhaps that can give the players some fire.
We have McFadden here on offense, over to Neeson, quickly over to Neufeld. Back to Neeson. Nice through pass there to McFadden, over to Hillen. Dick with the underpass. Great possession saving catch there by McFadden. Up to Cho. We have big sister Cho here, Caitlin. Hillen with the disc. Up to right. Over to Neeson. Up to Neufeld. Manitoba in the red zone here, working up the disc very nicely on this offensive set. Frisbee right in the middle here. Cho over to Dick. And we have a score! Manitoba back on the board. Score is now 6-3. Maybe U of M heard what you were telling them.
Yeah, some patience from the throws, not forcing anything deep, finding the holes in the zone, calmly moving it down the field, found the opportunity, and shot it in there.
That was a very clean looking offense there. Thank you. We just got the word from the observers that half will be at 7.
We can hear from the men's team warming up behind the end zone, cheering on the women's team here. Love to see the spirit, love to see the camaraderie.
Wong here, preparing for the pole. We'll see what kind of defensive look U of M puts on McMaster. Usual suspects on O-line here. We have Hadwin, Palmer, Shajani, Lee, Yu. And Grice in the cutter lane there. Palmer with the disc. Nice save there by Yu. Finding that hole there. However, Tien Lee in the secondary knocking that down. Wong with the disc. Over to Kat Freeling. That OI forehand here knocked down by Lee. Palmer with the disc. Backhand throw. Out of the reach of Cohenberg there. Bannister raising that foot up just to kind of push that break throw a little bit in pressure. Wong here again with the pickup. Backhand OI. Perfectly placed throw there by Wong. Tien over to Man, jump ball. Man able to come down with the disc. Gobert with the disc here. Ooh. No call there. Turnover. Lambert with the disc, looking for that backhand huck. Bannister trying to contest that throw. Foul was called, no contest. Lambert looking deep. Sorry, Palmer looking deep. Nice grab there by Angela Yu. Great hands. Open in the middle there. Cohenberg up to McCullen. Gobert there, going for the D. Contact there. Lee making a foul call. Discussion amongst the players here. Good news is that Sandra, the observer, was in perfect positioning to get view of the action. Foul called. Contested. As a result, Frisbee will go back to the thrower. McMullen with the disc. Palmer signaling that she is open in the deep space. Let's see if McMullen goes for it. Looks for it. Palmer comes under instead. Up the line cut here by Cohenberg. Pick was called. Emily Cho here catching up. Palmer with a disc on the sideline trying to direct traffic. Bannister on the mark here. Shijani with the up the line cut. Completed by Shijani. Score is now 7-3. It is half here. After half, I believe it is McMaster receiving on offense. We will take a break. We will return when the Frisbee is back in action here. Stay tuned. We're just about to kick off our second half here. Palmer with the disc with her hands, ready to release the pole. We have 2 seagulls in play on the side of U of M here. U of M on offense here to start. Hilland over to right. Over to McFadden. Handlers moving the disc side to side. McFadden back to right. Unfortunate drop here. Disc is 10 yards within the end zone. Palmer with the disc. Neeson playing defense in the front of the stack there. Great defense by Neeson, shutting down the first look. McFadden rushing to the frisbee, seeing if there's a deep option there, trying to get that backhand huck off. Backfield to right. Right, back to McFadden. To right. Over to Neeson. Dick trying to provide an up the field cut there, but Cohenberg was there to shut that down. Disc over to Cho. Back to right. A lot of pressure right now in the end zone. McFadden back to right. Right, going for that backhand release there. It's sailing. Cho might come down with it. Cho does come down with it. Great read there. Cohenberg got hands on that. There is a call. There is an injury. Lee needing some assistance to get off the field here. We hope she's okay. Got some teammates there helping her off. Gao seems to be the replacement. We'll see if U of M make any substitutions. Cho taps the disc in. Plays up to Hillen on the sideline. Over to McFadden. Back to right. Over to McFadden. Dick with the disc here. Back to right. Right with the disc over to McFadden. Nice forehand flick there by right. Neeson able to come down with that. Hillen with the disc. Gao, fresh legs here, able to put on a mark. Millie calling for the disc here. Popping over to Neufeld. Over to Neeson. Trying to move upfield to Hillen. Unfortunately, the disc release was not what she wanted. Palmer looking for a backhand huck here. Swings it to Shijani. Shijani upfield to Cohenberg. Cohenberg goes up. Oh, McMullen, sorry. Goes up with it. Neufeld able to knock that down. McFadden with the backhand huck. Cho is in position. The wind is pushing that way. McMullen, great D there. Score is at 7-3. Games are to 80 minutes. Gao with the disc on the sideline. Mark by right. Oh, eye forehand here. Knocked down by Neeson. Right with the disc. Popping it over to Hillen. Hillen looking upfield to Neufeld. Continuation pass up, yes, to Neeson. Neeson on the sideline, swinging it back to Hilland. Inside shot, successfully to Neeson. Cho working upfield. Swung to the middle. Backhand break to right. Right looking for options here. Enzo, Neeson. Back to McFadden, over to Cho. McFadden going up the line. Backhand throw to right. McFadden, unfortunately having some contact. Dick with the disc. Just too far ahead, out of the reach for right. Palmert, punting it down the field. U of M being forced to work up the field again.
We've seen the similar strategies from other teams, the huck and pin, throwing it down the field, forcing the other team to work it back up with the hope that they can get a block closer to the end zone.
U of M working nicely here. Looking upfield in the middle to Caitlin Cho. Cho looking for an option here. Cuts up the line. Back to Millie. Neeson open. McMaster causing a bit of confusion here. It's a score by Hilland. McMaster were having people standing on the open poachers lane, but U of M able to figure it out and punching for a score. Score right now is 7-4. The horn unfortunately just went, but the horn is not ours, as we have been communicating. There is 10 minutes left in this game. The finals was started with a 10-minute delay due to the exciting universe finishes on the semifinals here. The score is 7-4. Previously streamed on this field was the semis between McGill and McMaster. The score was 7-4 with 8 minutes left. Remember Braden. And McGill came back and tied it to push for Universe. We'll see if University of Manitoba can make a comeback here.
It's very possible, but we see McMaster looking to run the clock out perhaps with this timeout. Working hard on defense. Manitoba still able to score. McMaster utilizing everything in their possession. Timeouts. Rest, ensure that this next point is secured.
I think an important note to make is try to, if like say U of M is on offense and there's a turnover, I put quite a bit of effort to put a straight up mark immediately on Palmer so she can't just punt it downfield here. The receiver isn't always the intention here with these hucks. U of M has been working up the field patiently. However, time is of essence here with maybe just 9 or 8 minutes left here left in the play.
Time is running out, but anything can happen.
McMaster ready for the pole. 7 feet on the line. Wong ready for the pole. Big pull. Hadwin with the disc here. Looking for that punt play. Closest receiver is 54. Running that down. And in return, having a zone that U of M will have to try to muster through here. Great through pass there to Bannister. Bannister up to Cho. Emily Cho here. Back to Kat Freeling here. Looking for an OI release to Bannister. Bannister. Back to Kat. Kat to Bannister. Taking some contact there, but everyone's okay. Play on. Bannister to Cho. Cho here with that bid by Gao. Bannister able to come with that. 2 players there. Cho has it. Up to Tien Lee. Lee on the sideline. Emily Cho is open. Picked up. Tien Lee over to Kat. Over the Carroll. Jean Wong. Throw was just a little bit too high. McMaster again with the look deep here. This time with the receiver underneath Amari. Freeling with the pressure on defense. Wong with the disc. Over the top throw to Taryn. Stanke here. Stanke with the disc. Back to Freeling. Freeling over to Stanke. To Wong. Big over the top throw. Bannister unable to bring that down with one hand. Backhand huck there was tipped by Cho. Wynn there was able to bring that down over to Amari. Gao cutting up line without a defender. Forehand sideline here. Reverse back to the middle of the field. Hadwin, backhand break. We've seen a few of those today. And another successful one. This one to Wind in the end zone.
Mac fired up. Hadwin is screaming after throwing that assist. Time is running out. Mac is feeling good.
Score now 8-4. U of M waiting for the poll to be released here by McMaster.
Looks like for the Open semifinals, we have 2 Universe games. Ottawa scored to bring it to Universe, and we have U de Montreal and Manitoba battling out on their Universe point as well. The finals will be streamed right after this game, so stick around.
Action here. Cho with the disc. Back to Hillen. Hillen over to right. To Cho, to Gobert. Right to Gobert. Back to Gobert. Quick movement here by the handlers. Gobert, upfield option here. Injury here by Lee. I believe Lee was carried off the field a few points before. Tried to make a return to the game, but unfortunately is in a bit of discomfort on the field here. U of M boys in the open division just defeated U of M in the semis to advance themselves into the finals.
Manitoba worked hard, both teams ending up in the finals. That is something to be proud of.
Lee here being carried off the field. I hope she is okay. There is 2 minutes left in this game here. Cho with the disc. Swing pass to Hilland. Up to right. Over to Gobert. Hilland to right. Back to Neeson. Hilland with the disc. Nice threading pass to Neeson. Upfield to Gobert. Great look there, but just out of reach. Palmer with the disc. Great one-handed grab there by Grice. Grice looking for the reverse.
That's Ottawa with the win, going to open finals.
Another big universe win there on the men's side there. Ottawa rushing to the fields. It will be an Ottawa U of M matchup in the Opens division that will be streamed right away after this game. Action on this finals here. Score is 8-4. Time seems to be running out on University of Manitoba here.
I heard a whistle. I'm not sure if that affects this game.
I did in fact hear a whistle. That whistle is the hard cap here, confirming that this will be the last point played. Great battle here by both teams to get this far in the tournament. University of Manitoba had to have a come from behind win in the semis to push to get into the finals here. McMaster 5 yards away from finishing off this game. And Cohenberg does make a very fantastic cut in the end zone to make that catch and finish off the game. Heads up here for University of Manitoba. Great battle, great tournament. Wong there giving high fives. Keeping our heads up here. Well-earned win here by McMaster. They had a game plan. They executed it. Their zone was very hard to beat through. The coaches had a great strategy of using the wind to their advantage. Always being efficient with their time, hucking and pinning whenever they can. And they become victorious. So we have here McMaster with the gold, U of M with the silver. Bronze game to be determined here. Myself here, Carmen Lee Chochinov here, along with
Braden Robinson.
Happy to bring you this action. Stay tuned for the finals for the Opens. It's going to be a good one. That will be starting at 2:55 p.m. And we are out.